cinema community, we're here at our local Cinemark. Just got done seeing the movie The Brutalist. This is our full movie review. Rebecca, what'd you think?
I had high expectations for this movie, and this movie delivered on a lot of those fronts.
These are yours, yes?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes.
Tell me, why is an accomplished foreign architect shoveling coal here in Philadelphia?
This movie is 3 hours. That's right, you heard me. 3 hours and actually 35 minutes. Long movie. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hang in there the whole time.
Cousin. There's him. He's alive. What?
But surprisingly, I did.
There is a bit of an intermission in the middle of the movie, so it's not completely a slog the entire time. That being said, there are points in the film where it just dragged on and you wanted the sequence to end.
I brought you all out here to join me in looking forward toward the future.
What do you think?
It's unusual, even for you.
But ultimately, it pieced together really well.
This movie is about one person's life, but all the different characters. If you've heard any of the buzz around it, you will know it is not a true story, but it was a compelling story, and I enjoyed it.
There was a war on, and yet many of the sites of my projects had survived. My buildings were devised to endure such erosion of shoreline.
But the fact that we talk about a slow burn, this felt like an extra slow burn, not just because of the time that the movie clocked out at, but just in terms of developing the characters. They really wanted you to understand who the character was in lots of different scenarios.
This movie to me is a very intense watch. It kind of veers into Requiem for a Dream territory at points. You're talking about the perception of an entire culture being crystallized in the lives of our characters.
Perhaps you can help your husband sound less like he shined shoes for a wage. I'm sorry, will you please pass that back?
And that's not always an easy act to sit through.
This movie had lots of twists and turns. Lots of times the camera would pull you one way and you're thinking, okay, we're going this way, and then all of a sudden it would shift. So I would say that there was some suspense.
I'm afraid it is not so simple.
A little bit of predictability here, but honestly, I got pulled into the acting. The characters were interesting, but had lesser actors, had lesser script been part of it, I don't think I would have been as interested.
I really want to spotlight the production design and the cinematography. Both elements worked seamlessly well to balance the story, but also give you something to kind of go back and find things that may foreshadow.
When dogs get sick, they often bite the hand of those who fed them, until someone mercifully puts them down.
This is a movie that I think I'm going to be coming back to again and again, constantly finding new things. And these are movies that I love to sink my teeth into.
I was talking to a few people after the movie, and honestly, people were walking out saying, I thought I understood it, but I think there's more. I think I should dig in deeper, like Rebecca's talking about.
They do not want us here.
Who do you mean?
The people here, they do not want us here.
Even at 3.5 hours, I know I missed some things. I know I would need to see this movie again. And I bet I would say, oh my gosh, didn't even know that that was there. Didn't even know that that was a thing. Rebecca, what do you think? Is it worth a watch?
I absolutely think it's worth a watch. Get some coffee before you go, but once you spend some time with this movie, it will reward you for having the patience to envelop yourself in the experience this movie is.
I also think it's worth a watch. I was conflicted because I knew a little bit about it before I went in, but then when I sat down, I was a lot more invested. I was a lot more interested in it. So yeah, I would say it's worth a watch. I would say if you have a hard time with the long run time, wait for it to come out in streaming and check it out that way.
This has been our full review in The Brutalist. So we also want to take some time to acknowledge David Lynch's passing. He's been a huge influence on the channel, and we definitely enjoy a lot of his movies here at Cocoon Cast. So we want to hear from you. What's your favorite David Lynch movie? And if you want to check out some of our other reviews, click the links to the right.